Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live commentary stream on the Sports Daily Media Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sean Vowells, and for this stream, it's between the 20-1 Duke Blue Devils against the 18-4 North Carolina Tar Heels, one of the, if not the best rivalry in the game of college basketball. Tonight, it's in Chapel Hill, the first game of the two that these teams are guaranteed to play against each other. March 7th, exactly a month from today, the final day of the regular season, these two will meet again a couple miles up the road at Cameron Indoor. But Duke, North Carolina, the best that this sport has got right here. Duke coming into this game at 21-1. They are firmly on the number one seed line right now, looking to stretch some distance in between themselves and North Carolina in terms of the ACC. Duke one game ahead of Clemson at 9-1, and a couple games ahead of North Carolina at 6-3. Duke looks like they are headed for a regular season title, and North Carolina is looking for a resume boosting victory to get them up near the protected seeds. Duke has won 10 in a row since that loss to Texas Tech, while North Carolina has won 4 in a row since their journey to California, which resulted in losses to both Stanford and Cal. They followed that up with a win against Notre Dame, at Virginia, at Georgia Tech, and then against Syracuse on Monday. Duke, slight favorites here on the road, 6.5 points. The total's around 152.5. It should be a really good one today. Definitely one of the best games that this sport has to offer. We'll be back after the break for the tip. We are back and we are underway. At the Dean Dome, it is the Duke Blue Devils, who are in black, who control the tip. See if North Carolina can get enough out of the rest of the players. It's Sarr who's going to take the corner three, and he hits it. So Dame Sarr from downtown to get Duke on the board. North Carolina is going to have to make the other players do things here other than Cam Boozer, who is the front runner for the National Player of the Year. Let's see what Carolina can do on their first possession. It's a couple dribble handoffs. Derek Dixon rolls it all the way to the hoop, and it's off the window for two. So Derek Dixon, that's Seth Trimble, my bad. Seth Trimble opening the scoring for North Carolina. Foster being hounded by Trimble here. See what Duke tries to do on their second possession. Evans on the drive. Isaiah Evans flips it up and he is fouled. So the first free throws of the game will be going to Duke here. Let's see if we can make this look a little bit more like the jersey colors that they're wearing. Yeah, we'll do that. They're showing John Shire. It's his 4th season in charge of the Blue Devils. He's 5-2 in his career against North Carolina. And Isaiah Evans hits the first free throw. Now, the Sarr jumper was ruled a 2. So that free throw makes it 3-2. And Isaiah Evans makes both. So 2 trips with points for Duke so far. They lead 4-2 here in the early going, and Derek Dixon brings it forward for the Tar Heels. It's Stevenson, and now it's Trimble on the drive-through. Vowells is going to take the corner 3. No good. Evans with the rebound, and he gets it to Foster, and down the other way we go here with Duke. They're looking for Boozer inside. They get it to him, an immediate double on the catch. And he throws it to Sarr in the corner, and it's out of bounds. So an early turnover by Duke here. North Carolina gets the post trap immediately upon the catch for Cam Boozer, and it's a turnover. And now Vowells, they're looking for Caleb Wilson here. Got it on Boozer. He's going to face up and take the jumper. That is no good. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll stay here with North Carolina. Wilson settling a little bit there for the long 2. Could have probably faced him up and taken him off the bounce. But North Carolina ball underneath here. It's Trimble on the drive. Trimble is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. That'll be the first foul on Caleb Foster. First foul on Duke. And Trimble knocks down the first. And the second free throw rolls out, and down the other way we go here with Caleb Foster and Duke. Ngongba has it on the top of the key, and he fires it right out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul on North Carolina, so an unfortunate play there. Looked like Ngongba was looking for Isaiah Evans inside there, and the pass was off target, but they do call a foul. It's Derek Dixon's first foul and the team's second. Evans now on the drive, looking for it. He pump fakes. Now it's out to Sarr. Now it's Evans, corner triple. That's off. Rebound by Ngongba underneath. He lays it up and in. So nice job there by Pat Ngongba to get the loose change and put it in for 2. It's been all Seth Trimble for Carolina so far. It's Dixon to Stevenson in the corner. Now Caleb Wilson one-on-one with Boozer. Gets it back to Stevenson. Stevenson kicks it to Vowells. Pump fake. Vowells drives. Pump fake. Dixon for 3. No good. Rebound is corralled by Ngongba and Duke. So Carolina not getting the shots to drop so far. And Trimble does poke it free on Foster, but Foster recovers. Now Foster off the dribble. Caleb Foster to Ngongba. Lays it in for 2. So another easy bucket for the Blue Devils. And we'll see how Carolina can go here. Trimble, slicing and dicing. Trimble, the floater is good. Seth Trimble, the North Carolina offense so far with 2 buckets and a free throw. And Duke leads this one 8-5. And Foster on the nice slip. He gathers, blows the layup, gets his own rebound. Foster fires it up again. It's good. Caleb Foster blows the layup, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in, and it's 10-5 Duke. Trimble now on the drive. Trimble the pull up. No good. And here comes Damisar and Duke. And actually, never mind. They're going to slow it down. And it's Sar. They're looking for Evans on the pin down. Evans drives. Isaiah Evans lays it up and in. Nice seal there by Nkongba, and Duke out to a 12-5 lead. The first media timeout on the verge here. See if Carolina can get a bucket before then. Dixon to Caleb Wilson. Wilson trying to shake and bake on Boozer. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Pump fake. Jared Stevenson driving, and he kicks it to Dixon. Really good possession defensively for Duke here so far. Dixon takes the contested two. It's no good. So impressive defense from Duke so far. As Caleb Foster walks it up the floor and calls out the play. And Sar hits him on the back cut, and the dunk by the Frenchman gives Duke a 14-5 lead. Hubert Davis not going to wait for the media timeout. He's going to call one of his own. It's Duke 14, North Carolina 5. With 14:54 remaining in the first, we will be back after the break. We are back from the first break. It's a great start for Duke, 14-5 Blue Devils here in the early going. We're going to update the time after every media timeout. So the under 12 will update that again just to give people a little bit of an idea where the game is at. Carolina needs some defense, but they've got the ball here on offense first. It's Trimble now, and it's Luka Bogovac, number 44, is into the game for Carolina. It's Trimble on the drive. Bogovac is going to take the long three. That is no good. But Vowells gets the rebound, and he loses it out of bounds. He was probably fouled there. They're going to give the ball out of bounds to Carolina. He was probably fouled, but this is definitely off of him. So he goes up for that. Yeah, that's off of him, but he is pushed here by Boozer, and they are going to challenge this. Duke. So an early challenge here by John Shire. It'll be interesting to see how they officiate this, because Vowells is fouled here. And you cannot go back and call the foul. So can you take Duke's challenge away here early in the game because you missed a foul call? That is going to be the question here. Yeah, that is definitely off of Henry Vowells. But Sarr hits his arm. So we'll see what they do here. I mean, it really could go either way. Sometimes you do see and so they're going to overturn the call. So they're going to give Duke the ball here. Unfortunate for Henry Vowells, but yep, you don't call the foul, you can't re-officiate the play in the replay. You just need to see who it went off of. So it will be Duke basketball here with a chance to make it a 10-point lead already. It's Caden Boozer, Cam's brother, in the game for Duke. And Malik Brown is in also. It's Evans on the pull-up from mid-range, and it's good. So Isaiah Evans with the two, and it's 16-5 Duke, and they're going to get Sarr with a foul here just around the three-point line. They're showing this last play here, just a really, really solid play all around. And a little bit of a double pin down for Evans. He's not that open. It's pretty well defended, but he still is pure nylon from the mid-range. So can Carolina show a little bit of fight here? It's Trimble. Now it's Bogovac. Bogovac on the drive, and the floater, no good. Sarr with the rebound. And Caden Boozer will bring it forward for Duke. It's going to be Cam Boozer, who gets it down low to Sarr. Dame Sarr, pump fake, pass to Brown. Malik Brown lays it up and in, and Vowells is down with an injury there. Maybe caught an elbow in between the groins. But it is going to be 2 points for Malik Brown, and Duke is off to a phenomenal start here. Vowells will head to the bench. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with what Malik Brown did there, but it doesn't make it hurt any less for Vowells. So a 10-0 run over the last 3 minutes for Duke, and there's going to be an off-the-ball foul here. They're going to get somebody on Duke with it. And North Carolina will get it underneath. It's Caleb Wilson backing down Malik Brown. Wilson is going to take the fadeaway mid-range, and it's good. What a crazy shot there by Caleb Wilson. Wanted to get the foul. I didn't get it, but he got the 2 points, which is most important. So a much-needed basket there by the Tar Heels. And Nico Kamenia in the game for Duke as well. But it's Cam Boozer on the rip through. He is fouled. So Another foul on the floor here for North Carolina. That's 3 on both teams so far. 12:54 remaining in this first half. That is an incredibly difficult shot there by Caleb Wilson. And it's a nice, easy layup, but it's not going to count. It's going to be a traveling violation on Cam Boozer. So a turnover by Duke. And a bucket and a stop for North Carolina. Kyan Evans into the game for the Tar Heels, and they're going to go back to Caleb Wilson here on the post up. Caleb Wilson on the turnaround and the step through, and it's good. Caleb Wilson with another basket, and North Carolina are within 9. Really nice move, really nice patience there by Wilson. And they're looking for Cam Boozer down low. Now it's going to be Foster on the drive. Foster on the hesitation, flips it up and in. Caleb Foster with the hesitation move to get Duke to a 20-9 lead. Now it's Evans. Stevenson wanted to take the 3, pump fakes, and gets it back out to Evans. Now it's Stevenson again, and now Wilson again. Guarded by Malik Brown on the post. They're wanting to show 2. Wilson with the step through again. He is fouled. So North Carolina finding a little bit of rhythm here through Caleb Wilson, but 11:46 remaining with that foul. So that means it's time for the under 12 timeout. We'll be back after the break. All right, we are back, folks. It's Duke 20, North Carolina 9 here at the under 12 of the first half. It'll be 2 free throws for Caleb Wilson, but it has been Duke's efficiency from inside the arc, 9 of 10 on 2-point field goals so far, which is how they've been able to stretch out this lead. 9 rebounds to just 1 for North Carolina. 14 points coming in the paint for Duke. So Carolina definitely needs to step it up on the defensive end. But first, Caleb Wilson will take 2 free throws. And the first one rattles home to get North Carolina to double figures. And Wilson, nothing but net. So 2 for 2 for Caleb Wilson. And North Carolina is going to pick up in the full court here. Boozer's going to run the baseline, then he gets it into his brother in the corner, and he fires it to the middle, and Kemenia brings it across half, and Kemenia is blocked, and then Ngongba, and then it's Boozer who tips it in. So Carolina successfully speed up Duke there, but they're not able to corral the rebound, and it's 2 points for Cam Boozer. That's his first bucket of the game. And back to Caleb Wilson here. Surprise, surprise for Duke. Now it's Boozer on him with Brown on the bench with 2 fouls. Wilson, shake and bake. Wilson over Boozer. It's good. Caleb Wilson, 8 points so far. Couple of tough shots, and he's keeping North Carolina in this one. Boozer's picked up his dribble here. He's looking for help, and he fires it over to Foster. Can North Carolina get a stop? Foster gets the switch. Boozer has the favorable matchup inside. Will they get it to him? Kemeni is just going to take the triple, and that is short. Wilson gets the rebound, and here comes the Tar Heels. Wilson dribbles, shake and bake. Triple. It's good. Powell from downtown for 3, and North Carolina's within 6. Can the crowd get North Carolina back into this one? Boozer on the drive, and they're going to call his brother with a moving screen. Cam Boozer. Offensive foul. John Shire not too thrilled about that call. We'll see about it. Or they're going to show the Wilson play again. Caleb Wilson in his bag so far tonight. A couple of really nice post moves, including that one. North Carolina's made their last 4 shots after starting the day off 2 for 9 from the field. We'll see what UNC can do here. It's Bogovats now looking. It's Vesar back in the game, but Bogovats on the drive. Kicks it out to Evans. Evans on the pump fake. Now it's Wilson. He's going to take a triple, and it's good. Caleb Wilson doing just about everything right now. Making a stop at the defensive end, hitting a post move. Now he hits a triple, and North Carolina are within 3. It took a little bit for Carolina to get going, but here they are. Can they get a stop? It's Ngongba. Now it's Caleb Foster. Foster driving, weaving. Floater's no good, but Boozer pushes off on the rebound attempt, and that is going to be his second foul. So Cam Boozer is headed to the bench here with just 2 points with 9:33 remaining in this one. And Malik Brown, who also has 2 fouls, is going to have to come in for a little bit. That is clear as day. The right call. Puts the arm right in the back of Caleb Wilson. And an unfortunate run of events here for Duke. Both big men with 2 fouls. Can North Carolina take advantage? They're looking for Wilson. And Malik Brown is totally denying him the ball right now. Really good defense by Duke. Now it's Wilson's going to have to get it near half court. Evans. Looking for it. Evans is going to take the 3. That's off. Rebound by Malik Brown. And Duke will walk it down the other way. Foster slips it to Ngongba. He loses it out of bounds. But that's going to be off of Powell, and that'll stay down with Duke. So 6 fouls already on Duke. 2 of them on Boozer, 2 of them on Brown. Just 3 fouls on the Tar Heels so far. And they've got Isaiah Evans on a one-on-one here. He's going to kick it out. Evans has got it back. Evans drives, pulls up from mid-range, off the back iron, no good, and Caleb Wilson with the rebound. Hubert Davis urging his team to get up there in transition. It's going to be Powell from the corner, no good. A little bit of a quick shot there in transition. Would have tied the game, but it's no good, and now Duke will slow it down. Malik Brown looking for some action on this side. Now it's Isaiah Evans. Evans drives, kicks it to Sarr. Now it's Malik Brown. Now it's Ngongba. He's going to take a corner triple. That's off the back iron. No good. And Powell with the rebound. Trimble brings it the other way for North Carolina. Trimble all the way to the hoop. He is fouled. So a nice change of pace there by Seth Trimble. And he's going to get a trip to the line for 2. 8:09 remaining in this first half. There'll be the next whistle, most likely after this one, will be the under 8 media timeout. And it's Seth Trimble at the line, 5 points on the day. And the first free throw is good. We'll have to see how long John Shire goes without Cam Boozer on the floor. Highly doubt he tries to get him to halftime. Maybe the last media timeout you try and get him in there for a few more plays, but obviously how the game is going will probably depend on that. But Trimble rolls in and out, so 1 of 2 for Trimble. And Duke and Caleb Foster bring the ball forward with a 22-20 lead. It's a 9-0 run for North Carolina over the last 3 minutes and change. A little bit of an offensive drought here by Duke. It's Ngongba down low. Banging with Vassar. Goes up, and it's off the rim. No good, and it's out of bounds. And it will stay here with Duke. So a short clock with that floater not hitting the rim. So after the under 8 media timeout, they're going to have a short clock. North Carolina have come back in this one, though. It's Duke 22, North Carolina 20. We'll be back after the break. We are back from break here. It's Duke 22, North Carolina 20. Duke jumped out to a huge lead, and it was North Carolina that has stormed back, primarily through Caleb Wilson, who is one of the best freshmen in the country in a year with a ton of great freshmen. He's got 11. The rest of the team has only got 9. Cameron Boozer is back in the game here, so John Shire did not wait too long with Boozer and 2 fouls. He is back in there. 7:47 remaining. It's a little bit of a short clock for Duke, remember, here with the out of bounds. Just 7 ticks. He's going to throw it in to Sarr, who has it underneath, and Sarr is fouled. That is going to be Kyan Evans with the foul. It's North Carolina's 4th. And the Frenchman, Dame Sarr, will go to the line for 2. Dame Sarr's made both of his shots so far, 4 points, 4 rebounds. And his first free throw of the day is no good. So short and to the right. And Caleb Wilson comes back into the game after a short break for North Carolina. And Sarr avoids the empty trip. So 1 for 2 for Sarr there. And Duke is now up 23-20. Now it's Caleb Wilson down low. Surprise, surprise. Guarded by Ngongba. Wilson, shake and bake. Wilson, patience. Wilson flips it up, no good, and he is fouled. So guess what? That foul is on Pat Ngongba, and that is his second foul as well. So all 3 big men for Duke have 2 fouls here in the first half with 7:27 remaining. So a developing story here for Duke. And somebody's going to have to play the 5. It's probably going to be Brown and until further notice, and it's going to be Wilson who makes the first free throw. So Shire's going to have to manage these last few minutes of the first half incredibly carefully. Can't have really Boozer or Ngongba get a third. And Wilson, nothing but net on both of them, so Carolina is within 1. Wilson's already got 13 points, a mark that he's reached in all of his career games. And the press turns it over for Duke. Foster, the pass is tipped, and now it's Duke, and now it's North Carolina coming the other way. They get Wilson one-on-one with Boozer, and they're getting out of the way. Wilson will face up and take the 3. That's an air ball. Wilson settling a little bit there, especially with Boozer having to defend without fouling. And now Duke comes the other way, looking to extend their lead. Foster, shake and bake. Now it's Ngongba. And now it's Sarr. Sarr on the drive. Kicks it, and it's picked off by Trimble. Here comes Dixon in transition, and his pass is picked off by Ngongba. So a couple of interceptions here as this game has some tempo. Foster now looking for it. Now he's going to back it up and slow it down. Now it's Boozer. Boozer on the drive. Boozer lays it up and in. A nice take there by Cam Boozer. His second bucket of the game. And Duke is back up by 3. Powell has it now. Powell on the drive. The short mid-range is short, but he gets his own rebound, and then he coughs it up. Duke coming the other way here. Foster looking for it. Kicks it to Sarr. Wide open triple on the corner. It's good. And that's going to be a 2 for Dame Sarr. That's the same spot where his foot's been on the line again. But he's made that shot twice. If he just backed up his foot a little bit, it would have been worth more points. Dixon now on the drive. Now it's Vassar looking for Wilson inside. It's a great entry pass, and he is fouled by Ngongba. So North Carolina getting the Duke men in some serious foul trouble here, and that is Ngongba's 3rd foul of the basketball game. 5:47 remaining in the first half. Malik Brown is going to have to come back in. And they're going to have to try and steal some minutes here down the stretch of this first half. But it will be Caleb Wilson to the line for 2. And the first free throw is good. Wilson now the second free throw. It is up and in. So Caleb Wilson, 6 for 6 from the free throw line so far, 15 points. And Duke leads 27-24. Serious foul trouble. It's going to be Isaiah Evans for 3, and that is good. So Isaiah Evans from downtown to silence the Tar Heels crowd. Duke leads 30-24. Now it's Young on the drive, and the kick is no good, and Duke gets the rebound. Foster driving. Foster lays it up, and it's way off. Young with the rebound, and down comes North Carolina the other way. It's going to be Brown on Caleb Wilson and Boozer on Vasar. Dixon looking for Wilson, and he cannot get it to him, and it's out of bounds off of Duke. So it'll stay in the corner for North Carolina. 5 minutes remaining. Whoops. Duke leads 30-24. Game where Duke jumped out to a huge lead. North Carolina responded, and despite some serious foul trouble to their bigs, Duke has maintained their lead here. This is going to be a tough inbounds out of the Coffin corner. And now Wilson has it. Wilson looking to drive on Brown. Now it's Vasar guarded by Boozer. Now it's Dixon on the drive. On the step back for 3. That is no good. Rebound by Vasar. It'll stay down here with North Carolina, and the ball is out of bounds off of the Tar Heels. So another turnover for North Carolina. Evans gets his hand in there, pokes it free, and then it goes off of Young's leg and out of bounds. So Young will head to the bench, and Luka Bogovac will come back in. Vasar as well. And Duke looking to weather this foul trouble storm here. 4:41 and counting remaining here in the first half. Duke looking for Evans. He's going to catch it, shoot it, no good. Rebound by Dixon, and here comes North Carolina down the other way. Looking for Stevenson inside. They're going to pass it up. Now it's Bogovac on the drive. Luka Bogovac floats it up, and it's no good, but Stevenson with the rebound. Kicks it to Bogovac. Wide open for 3. It's pure. Luka Bogovac from downtown. And North Carolina within 3. Under 4 minutes now, so the next whistle will be a break. Malik Brown's got it at the top of the key. Boozer on the curl. Boozer is fouled by Trimble. Trimble gets his arm in there. A little bit of a violent swat down. And it'll be Duke ball out of bounds when we come back. So Duke leads 30-27 at the under 4 timeout here in the first half. We'll be back after the break. We are back from the break. It's the under 4 timeout. They're showing some highlights from some of the best editions of this rivalry. You got Austin Rivers, you got Tyler Hansbrough, and this one has been on par with the rest. 30-27 Duke so far. North Carolina fighting back after a tough start. And it'll be Cam Boozer to the line for 2. Some serious foul trouble from Duke. They seem to be weathering that storm so far. And Gongbo with 3, Brown and Boozer with 2. And Cam Boozer makes the first. It was a shooting foul. I thought it might have been on the floor, but it's not. But Cam Boozer makes the first. And the second is good as well. So 2 for 2 for the presumptive National Player of the Year. And North Carolina brings it back the other way. Feels like a big couple minutes for the Tar Heels here, especially with how much foul trouble Duke is dealing with. Dixon now looking for the screen and replace. It's Stevenson who hesitates, and the triple is no good. It's a good play there by North Carolina, but he's not able to convert. So now it's Caden Boozer who's trying to get it. Now he gets it to his brother, Cam Boozer. Kicks it out to Evans. Evans, shake and bake. Evans on the drive. He lays it up, and it's no good. Rebound by Caleb Wilson, and the Tar Heels come the other way. Bogovats wide open. He's going to take the 3. No, in and out. Rebound to Malik Brown. And Duke is going to slow this thing down. 3 minutes remaining in the opening half here. The Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. They get it down low to Boozer. Boozer with Stevenson on him. He's going to be patient and take his time. Boozer, pump fake, steps through, and it's blocked by Caleb Wilson. Bogovats gets the loose ball. Down the other way. Bogovats on the drive, and it is blocked out of bounds. And they're going to give this ball to Duke. They're going to say it hit Bogovats on the head on the way through. And Duke, after a turnover there, after Caleb Wilson steps over and blocks the shot. Really good transition defense there. They keep showing this block by Caleb Wilson. Nice help side defense there. But now it is Duke ball because that was off of North Carolina. See what the Blue Devils can hit here. It's Evans. Isaiah Evans on the drive. Kicks it to Sarr. In the corner. It's good. This time he kept his feet behind the line in that left corner, and it is a 3, and Duke leads 35-27. Bogovats on the curl. Now they're looking for Trimble. Trimble slices through. Trimble, pump fake, kicks it out. Bogovats on the drive. Now it's still Bogovats. Bogovats, pure. Nope. Mid-range is no good. And the follow by Vassar is no good. So a couple of stops here by Duke as they're trying to see out this first half. They lead by 8. It's Brown who sends the pass into Boozer, and it is going to be a foul on Trimble. That is just North Carolina's 6th foul, though. So no free throws yet for Duke. And now they're showing the Sarr triple from that last play. He did keep his feet behind the line that time. He has hit 3 shots from that spot, but one of them was a 3 and the other 2 were 2s. So Trimble will head to the bench with his 2nd foul. So 1:43 remaining, Duke up 8. Can they get it back to double digits here before the half? Boozer, guarded by Dixon. Boozer flips it up, out of control, no good. Brown with the rebound, kicks it to Boozer. That's Caden Boozer. Now it's Cam Boozer. He's going to hit the 3 from way downtown. Cam Boozer. And just like that, Duke is back up by 11. Cam Boozer from downtown. And it's an 8-0 run for Duke. Powell now looking to drive. Now it's Vassar. And now it's Stevenson. Now it's Wilson, guarded by Brown. Wilson, one pump, takes the mid-range. It's good. Caleb Wilson hits the midi. And he's got 17 points in this first half as we're under a minute. And the rest of his team with just 12. Well, big matchup between Cam Boozer and Wilson tonight, like everybody predicted, but it's the Duke supporting cast that is pulling their weight so far, and Cam Boozer with a nice spin move, but he misses the layup. Vasar can't get the rebound, and the next shot is blocked by Boozer. So Boozer blows the layup. You don't see that very often. And then Vasar cannot corral the rebound. It'll be Duke ball with 37 and a half ticks underneath here. Can Duke stretch this thing back out to double digits by halftime? That is what they're going to try and do here. They got 19 seconds left on the shot clock. And it's a Boozer two-man game here on the empty side. Now they get it to Cam in the post. Caden's going to take the triple, and it's good. Caden Boozer from downtown, and Duke leads by 12. And Duke is going to use their use it or lose it timeout here before the half. 27 and a half seconds left. Duke leads 41 to 29. We're going to take a quick break. We are back after the break. North Carolina will move it forward with 24 seconds left in the first half. They trail by 12. They're going to hold for one. Can they convert to end the half here? It's Dixon, who is guarded by Sarr. Sarr backs up. 10 seconds left. Here we go for North Carolina. It's a screen for Dixon at the top of the key. Dixon driving. Dixon floater is blocked. Kamenia gets the rebound. Foster has it. He's going to hoist it from half court, and it is no good. But an excellent start to this one from Duke. The Blue Devils lead 41 to 29. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. We are back from our halftime break. It's 41-29, Duke in the lead. The star-studded matchup of Cam Boozer against Caleb Wilson got a lot of headlines, and it was probably going to come down to which supporting cast could provide more when it comes to scoring and rebounding, and it has been Duke so far. Cam Boozer, despite playing almost every minute, just 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Not a bad half, but not a great half by his standards. But Sarr has 10, Evans has 9, Ngongba 4, Foster 4. He's had a pretty good performance from his supporting cast. On the other side, with North Carolina, Caleb Wilson plays every minute, 17 points in that first half. But the rest of his team is just 4 of 20 from the field. Seth Trimble with 2 buckets, Bogovats and Powell each have a 3. But just two two-point field goals outside of Caleb Wilson. North Carolina is going to have to get more of a team performance in this second half for any chance to come back against Duke. Duke is plus 11 in the rebounding department, same amount of turnovers. North Carolina is 8 for 10 from the free throw line, while Duke is 5 for 6. It's going to have to be a better performance from North Carolina for a chance to win this one. Foul trouble-wise, we still have to watch out for on Duke's side, Ngongba with 3, Boozer and Brown with 2. So an early whistle for one of them, and we could potentially be seeing somebody come out of the game pretty early. And it's going to be North Carolina that starts with the ball here in the second half. Do we have a historic comeback on our hands, or do we have Duke picking up another road win in this rivalry? It's Caleb Wilson. Turnaround Jay, it's good. So well defended there by Boozer, but it doesn't matter. And it's Caleb Wilson for 2 to get North Carolina within 10. 19 points for Wilson. And we'll see, and it's going to be going over to Boozer here. And he turns it over. Caleb Wilson gets the pass. Wilson puts his head down. Wilson passes it to Dixon, and he is blocked by Ngongba. Now Duke coming the other way. Foster in transition. Throws it to Evans in the corner, and he can't catch the pass. A little bit inaccurate. Landed at his feet, and it is a Duke turnover. So an up and down start to the second half of this one. And it'll be Dixon who brings it across for North Carolina. Stevenson, now Trimble. Trimble driving. And it's back out to Dixon now, back to Trimble, and now Wilson facing up on Boozer. Caleb Wilson drives to the hoop, reverse layup. It's good. Caleb Wilson doing it a number of ways right now. Off the back down, off the face up, and now off the dribble. And he has got 21 of North Carolina's 33 points in the pass. The interior pass to Caleb Foster is turned over, but they're going to call a foul on Seth Trimble. Got his arm a little bit too far across there. And that is Trimble's 3rd foul. Let's see about this one. Yep. Playing defense, he wraps the arm around. Probably the right call. It's defensive pass interference, but it's not. And now Foster's going to take a 3 from the corner. It's good. So what a huge turn of events there. A 50-50 call goes Duke's way. They immediately knock down a 3 after. It's Carolina now in Trimble on the drive. Trimble kicks it to Stevenson. Wide open triple in the corner. That's off. Boozer with the rebound. Fires it up to Sarr. Sarr in transition. Slows it down for Ngongba. Now it's Boozer. He's going to take a triple from the logo. Short. That would have been an absolute backbreaker for North Carolina, but they get the stop. Down 11, Trimble, slicing and dicing, Trimble, turnaround jumper from close range, that is good. So Seth Trimble with his 3rd bucket of the game, and Carolina is within 9. Can they string together a couple of stops here to try and get back in this one? Duke going to Sarr here now on the other side. Sarr driving, kicking to Boozer. Boozer on the drive. Boozer lays it up, and it's no good. Vasar with the nice defense and the rebound. And here comes Carolina. Stevenson on the other side. Stevenson, reverse layup, no good. Boozer now, bringing it the other way. Back and forth we go. Boozer, head down. Boozer lays it up and in. Cam Boozer, coast to coast. And Duke back up by 11. So Wilson now gives the screen for Dixon. Dixon on the drive to Vassar to Stevenson. Corner triple. It's good. Jaron Stevenson from downtown. His first triple of the ball game. And Carolina within 8. Back and forth. Second half so far. A lot of possessions, a lot of turnovers, a lot of buckets. Duke now has it with Evans. And now it's Ngongba at the top of the key. Looking for somebody here. He still has it. Now it's Evans. Pass to Boozer. Way off from 3. Trimble bringing it the other way for North Carolina. Trimble slicing and dicing. Stevenson turns around, shoots it from the free throw line. That's no good. Rebound by Ngongba. Now Foster bringing it the other way. Now he's going to slow it down a little bit. And Evans looking for Boozer. Now they kick to Sarr for 3. That 3 is good. Dame Sarr from the corner restores Duke's 11-point lead. That's 13 for the freshman from France. North Carolina now. Under 16 timeout coming at the next whistle. Trimble on the drive. Trimble switches hands. He is fouled. So Trimble will get 2 free throws here after the break. 15:37 remaining. It's Duke 49, North Carolina 38. We'll be back after a short break. And we are back from our short break here. The under 16 timeout has come and gone. It's Duke 49, North Carolina 38, and it's Seth Trimble at the line. Nothing but net on the first. North Carolina showing some fight here in the second half. They just can't string together enough plays to get this thing really close. Every time that they show that they're going to get a little bit back into this game, Duke always punches back. So it's 49-40 now. After Trimble goes 2 for 2. And Duke brings it back down the other end. It's Caleb Foster. They get Evans on the curl. Evans free throw line, mid-range, no good. Vasar with the rebound. And Carolina will bring it back the other way. It's Vasar now. Dribble handoff for Trimble. Trimble guarded by Malik Brown. They've got a mismatch down low. Can they get it to him? Dixon throws it to Vasar. Vasar has it. Now Boozer comes over to help, and Vasar finishes from close range. The first and second point of the game for Vasar, and North Carolina is within 7. The Dean Dome is on their feet. Can the Tar Heels get another stop? It's Boozer one-on-one with Vasar. Now it's Sar. Now it's back to Boozer. Boozer gets the switch on Stevenson. Boozer barrels in, turns around, short. Rebound, Trimble. Here comes Carolina. Nice pass to Stevenson. Stevenson with the reverse layup. It is good. Jaron Stevenson gets North Carolina within 5. Now Cam Boozer has it. How can Duke respond here? Isaiah Evans on the drive. Isaiah Evans slices right through for 2. Nice set there by John Shire and Duke to get this thing back up to 7. Isaiah Evans up to 11 points. They get it inside to Vasar, guarded by Boozer. Vasar lays it up and in. So Cam Boozer not wanting to commit another foul. He has now given up 2 easier ones to Henry Vasar. So Carolina getting a few scores in a row here. Can they compound it with a stop? Boozer has it top of the key. He's driving on Vasar, and that is an easy layup for Cam Boozer. John Shire wanted a foul. He probably should have got one, but doesn't matter for Cam Boozer. He lays it up and in for 2, and now Sar steals it at the top of the key. It's a 3-on-1. Sar shovels it to Boozer, who throws it down. And just like that, it's back up to 9. Wilson going the other way. Wilson lays it up and in. Almost too fast for me to keep up with the score here, but Wilson gets his 23rd point, and we're back down to a 7-point game. Update the time there for a little bit. Not quite that much left, but that'll be what it is at the end of this possession. Brown throws a pass right to Boozer for the alley-oop layup. And Cam Boozer, 9 points at halftime. Just like that, he is up to 17 points. So a nice start to the half for Boozer. Trimble now on the drive. Trimble looking for somebody. Now it's Dixon. Now it's down low to Vasar. Vasar pumps, lays it up and in. So Henry Vasar and North Carolina showing some strength inside and hanging tough with Duke here. 12:30 remaining. The under 12 timeout looming in a couple of plays, but Caleb Foster and Duke will have it first. Foster looking for Boozer. They're trying to get it to him, and they can't. Now it's back to him, and now they are. Boozer one-on-one with Wilson. Will they send help? No, they won't. Boozer turns. Boozer, patient. Boozer blocked by Vasar. Gets his own rebound. Boozer lays it up and in. Incredible patience there by Boozer. And Duke is back up by 9. Wilson. And they're going to press here. Now it's Derek Dixon who lays it up and in. Boozer tries to set the charge there, and they call a no call. And that is not something that Duke was very happy about. Boozer hit the deck pretty hard. And now Sar brings it forward for Duke. Next whistle will be the under 12. Foster now. Foster slicing and dicing. Boozer, pump fake. Now it's back to Foster. A wide open three. It's in and out. Dixon brings it the other way for North Carolina. Looking for Wilson inside. He's got the position if he wants it, and Brown is fouls him on the entry pass. So 10:57 remaining in this one. Duke holding on to a 7-point lead. It's Duke 59, North Carolina 52. We'll be back after the break. And we are back from the under 12 timeout. It's Duke 59, North Carolina 52. Duke has stretched their lead right before halftime. They've been able to hold it around this number for the second half. We're about 3/4 of the way through this one. And it will be North Carolina ball here underneath. It's Caleb Wilson, who is going to go one-on-one with Boozer. A little bit of a mishandle, but he goes one-on-one again. Wilson now kicks it to Vassar. Vassar on the dribble drive, shovels it off to Trimble, who blows the layup. No good. Boozer with the rebound, and now he'll hand it off to Caden Boozer, his brother, and he'll bring it forward. Trimble with the nice move there, just wasn't able to convert from close range. And the entry pass is blocked and turned over. North Carolina here in transition. Trimble floats, and he is fouled. So potentially a pass to Bogovac was there in transition, but Trimble keeps it himself, and he will go to the line for 2. And just a little bit of an entry pass mistake here on the entry pass from Duke. North Carolina was able to pick it off and then get down the floor in transition. And it is Seth Trimble to the line for 2. The first free throw is good to make it a 6-point game and a chance here to make it a 5. North Carolina with just 4 points in the paint in the first half. They've got 14 in the second half. Clearly a strategy to get it more inside, and Trimble cannot get the second one in and out. Tough break there for the North Carolina senior. And Caden Boozer will bring it forward. Caden Boozer looking for his brother, and now Cam Boozer, immediate double on the, and he fires it across the court, and it's picked off by Trimble. Another turnover by Duke. 4th turnover of the second half. Trimble has Foster one-on-one, and now he throws it over to Dixon. Layup is no good, and that was Evans on the layup. Now it's Isaiah Evans the other way. It's blocked. So Kyan Evans misses the layup for North Carolina. Duke gets it out in transition to Isaiah Evans. And Seth Trimble comes over and blocks it to save 2 points for Carolina. It'll be Duke ball out of bounds here. 9:43 remaining in this one. Duke leads by 6. Now it's Boozer inside, and he misses the first shot. But the rebound goes out of bounds off of Carolina. Shire just telling his guys to settle down by the looks of it. Cam Boozer thought he had a layup there. And he was unable to convert, but they get the ball back here. Now it's Isaiah Evans, wide open, triple, in and out. So a lucky break there by Carolina. Now they bring it down the other way. They're looking for Wilson. Dixon picked up his dribble, and he's going to have to go to Vesar out deep. Bogovac on the drive, kicks it. Wilson, dribble drive, guarded by Boozer. Wilson faces him up. Wilson crosses over, between the legs. Wilson, patient. Wilson is blocked from behind by Isaiah Evans. Great defensive couple of possessions here from Duke. Caden Boozer brings it forward. High ball screen from Brown. Now a double screen. Caden Boozer lays it up, and no good. Vesar with the rebound. North Carolina looking to get out in transition here. Bogovac wide open for 3. No. Long rebound goes to Isaiah Evans, and Duke will bring it the other way. Carolina a couple chances to pull this thing just a little bit closer, and they're unable to knock down these shots. Can Duke stretch this thing back out even further? It's Boozer ball screen. Cam Boozer for 3. Pure Cam Boozer from downtown to silence the crowd. And Duke is back up by 9. 8:15 remaining. Vesar now on the drive. The floater, no good. Rebound is gathered by Brown and Duke. So a couple of big-time shots here by Duke, a couple of misses by North Carolina. And Caden Boozer is content to take some time off the clock here before getting to another ball screen with his brother. Now it's Cam Boozer guarded by Bogovac at the high post. Cam Boozer puts it down. Boozer drives, loses control, gets it back, fires it to Isaiah Evans in the corner. Evans on the drive, the pump fake, no good. Rebound by Dixon. Here comes North Carolina. Dixon drives, tucks, fires it up, no good. A great transition defense by Duke these last couple of possessions, and Caden Boozer will walk it up the floor. Some seriously good challenges on some of these 2-point attempts by North Carolina. It's Cam Boozer one-on-one with Bogovac in the corner. He fires it to Caden Boozer for 3, short. Rebound by Bogovac, and they're going to get a loose ball foul on Caleb Foster. So a crazy up and down last few minutes. It's Duke 62, North Carolina 53. Under 8 timeout. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We are back from the break. Duke leads 62 to 53 with 7:02 remaining in the second half. North Carolina have thrown everything they have at this one, but Duke just keeps holding them at arm's length. Cam Boozer coming alive here in the second half. He is over 20. Caleb Wilson, 23 points. But Trimble, the only one in double figures for North Carolina besides Wilson. So North Carolina going to need somebody else to do something here if they're able to pull this game back close. I want to thank everybody for tuning into this stream. It's become really fun to do these and gotten a lot of nice viewers too. But we're not done here yet. Trimble driving, kicks it to Vaysar. Vaysar driving. Vaysar jump stop. Vaysar up and in. Tough shot there by the Arizona transfer. And North Carolina is within 7. Can the Tar Heels throw one more punch to get themselves back in this game? Or will Duke continue to hold them off? They're taking a lot of time off the shot clock here. It's Isaiah Evans on the drive. Isaiah Evans, pump fake, hangs, no good, loose ball, Evans gets it back, and they're going to call a loose ball foul on Pat Ngongba. That is a really, really unfortunate call for him. And that is going to be his 5th foul. He is done for the evening. That is probably the right call, but that is just a really unfortunate play for him. Yeah, I don't know about that one. He goes up for the rebound. It's not really an over the back, but then Vasar has it and he gets his arm in there. Yeah, I mean, look, it is probably a foul, but the fact that North Carolina didn't get it probably meant that they had to call the foul. But that is it for Ngongba, so it's going to be Brown and Boozer the rest of the way at the 4 and the 5 for Duke. Can North Carolina pull closer? He's looking for Vasar inside. It's Wilson now on Brown. Wilson backing down Brown. Can he do something with this? The pass is deflected back to Wilson. Short clock here. Caleb Wilson drives baseline, kicks it. Dixon for 3. Wide open. It's good. Derek Dixon from downtown, and Carolina is within 4. 5:40 remaining in this one. Major break there for North Carolina not to turn over the ball, and they make it count with the 3. Boozer now. Handling the ball, picks it up. Now it's Foster on the left wing. They have the matchup inside. It's going to be Malik Brown for 3. No good. Long rebound is corralled by Vasar. Carolina pushing it in transition. Now Dixon will back it out. Brown gets on the floor. Ball is free. On the floor. It's Duke that corrals it. Caden Boozer driving to the hoop. Layup is good. So Duke gets on the floor and they get themselves another bucket, and it's back to a 6-point game. Wow, what a game we have here. Somebody called the timeout, and it is Duke. So Duke leads 64-58 with 5:01. We will be back after a short break. We are back here. That was the first called timeout, media timeout of the second half. So we're under 5 minutes now. Ooh, and Vasar is fouled. So North Carolina have pulled this thing to 6. Can they get it one beat closer? It is the fourth foul on Malik Brown. And if he fouls again, they're just going to have to go with Boozer at the 5, most likely. Yep, a lot of contact there. And what can North Carolina get here? They have Vasar posting up on Brown. Henry Vasar ducks in, flips it up and in. So Henry Vasar pulls North Carolina within 4. Duke can extend their lead. Will North Carolina get a stop? They're looking for Boozer inside. They're going to get it to him. Immediate double and immediate pass to a wide open Sar. And the 3 is no good. Rebound is corralled by Wilson. Caleb Wilson bringing it forward for the Tar Heels. Wilson puts his head down. Wilson floats, lays it up. No good. And the rebound is tied up for a jump ball. The arrow points to the Blue Devils. Caleb Wilson wasn't going to do anything else other than shoot this. This is great transition defense again from Duke. It has been incredibly impressive. They have put themselves in quite a few transition defense situations, but they have really come ready defensively and have saved themselves a lot of points because of it. Now it's Caden Boozer for Duke. Cam Boozer has a mismatch inside. Malik Brown wide open is going to take the 3. No good. Boozer with the rebound. He lays it up and in. So maybe not the best shot from Malik Brown, but he knew that the mismatch was down low, and Cam Boozer was able to get the rebound and lay it in. So 3:30 remaining in this one. North Carolina goes back down to Vasar. Vasar, guarded by Malik Brown, shovels it out to Trimble. It's just a simple 2-man game right now with Trimble and Vasar. Trimble hangs, fires, it's good. The contested mid-range goes, and he gets Carolina back down to 4. Hubert Davis calls his timeout, and that'll be the under 4 media timeout. So 3:16 remaining. Duke leads 66-62. We'll be back after a break. We are back from the under 4 timeout. It's Duke 66, North Carolina 62. It's a game that Duke has led the entire way. The Stars have shown out. Boozer with 24, Wilson with 23. North Carolina is not dead yet, though. Duke leads by 4 with the ball with 3:16 remaining. Both teams do have 2 timeouts remaining. 6 fouls have been called on Duke this half, so the next foul, regardless of whether it's shooting or not, will be 1-1 and just a singular foul on the Tar Heels. So they're a long way from free throws, Duke. What can the Blue Devils draw up here? It's Isaiah Evans and it's Boozer. 1-on-1 with Caleb Wilson. Feels like that's how this game's going to end. He kicks it out. It's Foster on the drive. Foster hangs, and he lays it up and in. So nice ball movement there by Duke. And they're back up by 6 as we're under 3 minutes to play here. North Carolina needs to hold serve and continue to score here. It's Dixon. Now it's Vassar in the high post. Wilson's trying to get it. Now it's Vassar guarded by Boozer. Back out to Derek Dixon. Dixon is going to take the triple. It's good. Derek Dixon from downtown. And North Carolina's within 3. 2:15 remaining in this one. Duke leads by 3. They've led the whole way. But North Carolina not going anywhere just yet. Sarr now has it on the right wing. They're looking for Boozer down low. He's going to throw it to Evans up top. Isaiah Evans drives, hangs. Layup is no good. Dixon will slowly get it across. That's a double-double for Henry Vassar. 10 points, 10 rebounds. And North Carolina, as we're under 2 minutes, has a chance to tie the game. Vassar, the 3. It's good! Henry Vassar from downtown, and we are tied at 68. What a 3, and what a comeback by North Carolina. A lot of time left, though. We're under 1:30. Evans now. For Duke, Isaiah Evans now. It's Boozer guarded by Stevenson. Boozer wants the ball screen. Evans slips it. Boozer puts his head down. Boozer spins, lays it up, and no good. Vassar has the ball, and Trimble has it, and North Carolina's going to have a chance to take the lead with under a minute remaining. Carolina's gotten those few stops, and they finally hit a couple of shots in a row. Dixon drives, then he retreats. Looking for Vassar. Now he has it at the top of the key. Now it's back to Dixon, and Hubert didn't like what he was seeing there, so he is going to call a timeout. 50.8 remaining on the clock. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. North Carolina were just lingering all game. They finally put together a few stops with a few shots, and this game is tied. It will line up that North Carolina will get a 2-for-1. Whether they want to or not. We'll see if they can convert and take their first lead and maybe the game. It's been a long time either way. But they have gone to a commercial here, but I'm not going to go to break. I think it is going to be a quick one. Just checking out some other stats here. It always felt like Carolina had one more punch in this one. And they throw it, and it lands. The Dean Dome is on their feet. They can sense that their Tar Heels might be able to take this one and steal it. Little bit of a reset here. It is North Carolina ball. 50.8 seconds remaining. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Duke has 6 fouls. So the next foul, no matter what, will be a 1-1 for North Carolina. Just 1 foul in the Tar Heels in the second half. So if they get to a position where they have to foul, they're going to have to do it quite a few times before they can put Duke on the line. They'll certainly give them on the next possession, whether they just to stop Duke's momentum. That is probably what they're talking about here in the huddle after the play has been drawn up. It's been mostly Vasar and Trimble recently. It was Wilson early. And they're showing some former players there for North Carolina. Can this Tar Heels team get over the hump? They're having a solid season. They're going to make the NCAA tournament, but a win here really changes things and maybe adds the possibility to get a protected seed. But we're not there yet. 50 seconds remaining, and the ball is in. Trimble has it, and now we're under 10 on the shot clock. Trimble likes the matchup on Boozer. Trimble goes right past Boozer, and he knocks it off of his leg and out of bounds. Turnover, North Carolina. Great defensive possession there by Boozer. Trimble beats him. He gets down, and yep, that is a great defensive play as Trimble knocks it off of his knee out of bounds. Under 40 seconds remaining now, and Duke have the ball, and they are going to call a timeout as well. So 39.4 remaining, 25 on the shot clock. North Carolina will have a chance to tie it or win it if Duke do score. But it is the Blue Devils that will get to draw up a play here with the ball. The possession arrow goes to North Carolina if there's a tie-up. That feels important. The Tar Heels have done a really nice job of keeping the ball out of Cam Boozer's hands in good positions so far, at least recently in this second half. Feels like we might not be done after 40 minutes here either. And there is Carlos Boozer, the NBA legend, son of both Cam and Caden Boozer on Duke. He's deep in enemy territory here. Duke has the ball with a chance to silence this crowd. 39.4 seconds remaining. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Sarr will be the trigger for Duke. And they get it into Foster, guarded by Trimble. Foster gets it to Boozer in the high post, guarded by Wilson. He retreats to the three-point line. They switch Vasar onto him, and Cam Boozer backs it up. He likes this matchup. We're under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 20 seconds left of game time. Cam Boozer drives, crosses over. Cam Boozer pump fakes. No good. Layup is no good. 15 seconds left remaining. UNC with a chance to win it, and they're going to call a timeout. So Duke gets the stop they need, and then North Carolina gets the stop that they need. 10.6 seconds remaining, and North Carolina will have a chance to win it in front of their home crowd. Boozer does a nice job here, and he just doesn't convert from short range. That is a shot that he'd like to have back. He beats Vasar off the bounce here. Pump fake, and he just misses it. A little bit of contact there, but look, that's not going to be called at this point of the game. Former Tar Heels coach Roy Williams likes what he sees in the crowd. North Carolina ball. 10 seconds remaining. Seems like it's probably going to be Vasar or Trimble who take this shot. Wilson hasn't really gotten a good look in quite a long time. And one of the assistant coaches pointing at Caleb Wilson there. Might think that the ball's going to him. 10.6 seconds remaining. Side out of bounds for North Carolina. The Tar Heels, it'll be Stevenson who throws it in. And they get it in quickly to Dixon. 9, 8, 7, screen. 6-5. Dixon drives, beats him, kicks it. Trimble for the corner for the win. It's good. Seth Trimble wins it for North Carolina. Wide open triple at the buzzer, and North Carolina take this rivalry game. What a finish to this one. At the buzzer for Seth Trimble, and the Tar Heels take one out of nowhere. What a great game. And hold on. The North Carolina fans have stormed the court, but we might not be done yet. There may be a tenth or 2/10 of a second left. The refs are over there looking. Security has done a pretty decent job here of keeping the fans away from the players, not off the floor. But Trimble, wide open three for the win. Let's see when it goes through the basket. Oh yeah, there's time left. At least 0.3. Yeah, 0.3 seems right. Maybe 0.3 seems right. So Duke will have a chance to throw at the length of the floor, but they need a three. You cannot shoot. You cannot shoot in 0.3 seconds, so this will purely be academical. But they have got to get the hundreds of fans who have stormed the court off the floor for the last 0.3 seconds left here. And this is going to take a while because the entire floor is covered with North Carolina fans. So 0.4 remain. Seth Trimble's three, not a true buzzer beater, but awfully close to one. Greg Lewis in the chat said UNC would come back. Appears that they have, Greg. So, good for you. What an unbelievable game to stream. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Didn't expect it to be this good, but it appears that North Carolina are going to have trailed for a majority of the game, and they've hit a couple threes late, and they might have stolen this one. But what a great performance for North Carolina. They never let Duke stretch that lead out too far enough. They kept it within striking distance, and then they struck late enough with a couple of triples. Dixon hit that one. I think their last 9 points are all from threes. Dixon, Vassar, and now Trimble, all with big-time shots. And North Carolina looks like they're going to get across the line here. 0.4 seconds left is not enough time to catch and shoot. So this will purely be... This will be really for nothing. But it is the rule. It did go through. If it was 0.1 or 0.2, maybe you just let it go. But 0.4... you have to play this out. This is not the first time that a premature court storming has happened. Now they're going to have to come up and wipe the floor off. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. The result is known. Duke cannot catch and shoot a three. But Dixon beats Boozer off the drive. All of the defenders collapse. He finds the open Trimble, and he knocks it down from three. But what pandemonium at the Dean Smith Center. And the students did pour onto the floor, but the game wasn't quite over yet. Still not over yet. So the scoreboard here on ESPN has given North Carolina the win already. They're 18-4 and 6-3, not 19-4 yet. They haven't added the loss. Or yes, they have added the loss for Duke. But still 0.4 left until that's official. Duke is going to throw at the length of the floor here. Vassar is on Foster. He can run the baseline. If I had to guess, I think they might storm the court again after this thing is official. But Foster runs the baseline. Foster throws it full court. It's caught. It's not caught by Evans. and all that for nothing. Now it's official. North Carolina 71, Duke 68. It's the largest comeback win versus Duke in 25 years. They were down by 13 in the first half, and they slowly but surely can't come all the way back and pick off a victory against their rival. We will be back later tonight for Houston and BYU. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.